This is IGN. A smart adaptation that's missing some bristles from the end of its broom. This is your IGN review of Harry Potter Quidditch Champions by Will Borger. Let's be honest, Quidditch is not a good sport, or at least it's not one that was ever designed to actually be played. Its role in the Harry Potter series was just to show off how special Harry is, to the point where you might as well call it Harry Potter the Seeker and some other people on broomsticks, I guess. So the team at developer Unbroken Studios had their work cut out for them with Harry Potter Quidditch Champions, having to both honor the source material while also adapting Quidditch into a real game. Surprisingly, they've done a pretty good job at that, with moment-to-moment action on the Quidditch pitch that's actually pretty great. But once you land between matches, Quidditch Champions doesn't have much off the pitch to keep you coming back. On the surface, the Quidditch in Quidditch Champions is just like the stuff in the books and films. There are still 4 positions. Chasers grab the quaffle and shoot it at the opposing team's goals, scoring 10 points if they manage to get it in. Keepers defend those goals. Beaters launch bludgers to satisfyingly stun members of the opposing team, and when that fails, they can whack them with their bats directly. And Seekers chase the Golden Snitch, a small, hard-to-catch winged ball worth a lot of points. But Unbroken has introduced a few rule changes that make things work better. Most notably among them, the Seeker is no longer the only one of these positions that ultimately matters. Matches end when either one team scores 100 points or a time limit is reached, and they don't just stop the moment someone catches the snitch. Speaking of, the snitch itself is only worth a much more reasonable 30 points instead of 150, and it can appear multiple times, usually twice per game. That smartly makes the times you can switch to Seeker a fun little optional bonus during a match, rather than the do-or-die moment of the entire thing. There's also only 1 beater per team, not 2, which makes a lot of sense given how they can force other positions to play around them. The end result of all these tweaks is, frankly, a better game. It allows chasers to matter just as much, if not more, than seekers, while keeping the hunt for the snitch important, especially in tight games. It lets the beater, who can incapacitate a member of the other team if they deal enough damage, be a strong and strategic part of a whole match without entirely dictating how it plays out. It makes every shot on goal matter, and most importantly, it ensures matches don't go on for 6 months. So Quidditch Champions is great on the field, but unfortunately it's pretty mediocre off it. There's really nothing to do besides play these straightforward Quidditch matches, be that online or alone. You've got a limited career mode with 4 cups to win, with the opening Weasley Cup serving as a very good tutorial. The other 3 are the House Cup at Hogwarts, the Triwizard Quidditch Cup, and the Quidditch World Cup. After a series of preliminary matches, you're seeded into a single elimination bracket, winner take all. And while that may sound like it could be exciting, there are a couple of issues here. Beyond career, multiplayer, and an obligatory practice mode, there just isn't much to do in terms of modes, which leaves the whole package feeling thin. The character customization, however, is at least quite good. You can customize your team, allocate per position stat points, and upgrade the several brooms you can choose from, all of which have different stats. This tinkering is welcome. There are a lot of options for your custom characters, letting you choose their look, how commentators refer to them, and plenty of cool bits and bobs like robes, wands, emotes, and such, though it's a bummer that the co-op progression problems mean you will have to grind single-player games to unlock a decent chunk of those items. When you're flying around the pitch, Harry Potter Quidditch Champions can be a blast. Each position has a lot of depth to it, whether you're harassing the other team's seeker as a beater, drifting to keep up with the snitch as a seeker, faking out a keeper to score as a chaser, or making the perfect save yourself. Quidditch Champions makes smart rule changes to make this fantasy sport more fun while capturing the look and feel of the Wizarding world. There just isn't much here off the pitch to keep you playing long-term, and co-op progression issues mean you can't easily take on its career mode tournaments or grow your collection of unlockables with friends. Quidditch Champions did the near impossible by turning Quidditch into an actual competitive game, but I just wish there was a little more bristle on the end of this broom. Harry Potter Quidditch Champions IGN score? 6. Thanks for listening to IGN. My name is Tony Jackson, and for the latest Harry Potter updates, visit us at IGN.com.
Spoken Layer.